And we're going to talk about, instead of going over the full NFL schedule, we're going to put our I'm not going to hold you, top 5 games to watch. These are the 5 games we think are the most entertaining. And then we also have 4 games we think are the most entertaining. And one is a sneaky good game. So I'm going to start with my sneaky good game of the week. I think that is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. This is an NFC South division matchup. Just off that, it's going to be entertaining. Baker Mayfield has actually played a lot better than I expected. That Buccaneers team I thought was going to be straight up ass. Now, they're not good. I'm not sitting up here acting like this is a good football team, but they hang around. They're able to make games a fight. That defense has been doing a little thing, and Baker Mayfield has actually been playing pretty decently, man. So you take that up against the Atlanta Falcons team, who, of course, their quarterback, Desmond Ridder, is hit or miss. They're coming off 2 losses in a row, but they've got a really good defense. They've got a good tight end in Cal Pitts. You've got Bijan Robinson. He's been bodying. So I feel like this on top of everything is going to be very competitive, because if you're the Atlanta Falcons, you don't want to lose 3 in a row. You know what I'm saying? If you're Tampa, you want to stay in this race as well. So I feel like this one's probably like my sneaky good game of the week. What do y'all think about this game?
Yeah, no, I agree, bro. And I think, Arthur Smith has really been trying to, air it out more with Desmond Ridder. I think he threw the ball 47 times last week. And my thing is, I feel you on that, but at the same time, you drafted Bijan for a reason. And, you've been known for running the ball. You still got Tyler Algier, who's one of the best, second backs in the game. He was a 1,000-yard rusher last season. So, I mean, you have, the capabilities to run the ball, but lately he's really been trying to force the issue with Desmond Ridder. I don't know if that's just more so trying to speed up the process and seeing, all right, let's see what we got with this dude, or just more matchup based. But I think with Bijan, they lost the game last week. Bro was spread out wide running a fucking slant. No, bro. So I think it's gonna be a good game. Like you said, the Falcons, like I said, I really like their defense. I like the secondary a lot. And Baker has played well. So I think it's going to be a good game. And, the NFC South, quietly, that division has been entertaining for the past, damn near decade. They may not have, the best records in the league, but they do beat up on each other similar in a similar fashion to the NFC East. But, yeah, I think that's going to be a good game. And I got the Bucks winning in that one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bucks in that one, too.
Yeah, I'm loving the Bucks in that game too. I believe I agree with Dante. The Atlanta Falcons have a sneaky good secondary. I know, like you said, I believe they got Jesse Bates, they got AJ Terrell. But you're going up against Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. There's plenty of room for those wide receivers as long as Baker Mayfield could get them the ball to make plays. So a sneaky good game. I'm gonna ride with the Tampa Bay Bucks in that one.
Another game, a number 2 games to pay attention to this week, man. We got a big matchup, man. We got the 5-1 Detroit Lions. I can't believe I just said that. The 5-1 Detroit Lions taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. That's going to be a good matchup, because I just feel like how great this offense not just the offense. The Detroit Lions been great, period. Like, I think it's to the point where we got to stop talking about, oh, they're NFC North contenders. No, these niggas is NFC contenders, bro. They're playing the way they're playing. They believe everything that Dan Campbell is preaching. That defense has been lights out. Aiden Hutchinson looks generational. The running game has been good. Dave Montgomery is out for this game. So that means the rookie is Gibbs hurt, or is he still playing? I don't know if he on injured too.
I know Jahmyr Gibbs will be full go.
Okay, Jahmyr Gibbs will be full go, so they can play the youngin a little bit more. And just the way that they've been moving with their wide receivers, Jameson Williams got his first touchdown last week. You see what the right St. Brown has been doing. This team is a legit contender, but they're going to be going up against this Ravens team that's got a really, really good defense. Now, offensively, they're still shaky. I think that Lamar's going to have a tough time against this defense, especially that pass rush. But this is not a game that I feel like Detroit's going to be able to do whatever they want to do on offense. But I am going to take the Lions in a very, very close game. They're going to move to 6-1.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going with the Lions as well, and I think this is one team that you talk about blueprints. This is who the Chicago Bears should be looking at, bro. Yeah. Like, they built this team from the trenches out, as opposed to the opposite. And so, for years we talked about, this preseason, hyping up the secondary and what we expected to see from them and all of that. But the reality is, though, the game is won in the trenches, and Detroit is very, very, very well equipped on both sides of the ball. So I agree, but I think this is a game where they're going to get really physical with the Ravens. I know the Ravens have a really nice offense, but bro, I'm gonna rock with Detroit, and I'm gonna go Lions by 10. I think they're gonna really, again, I'm with you. I think this is a team that's not only an NFC contender, but they're a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, and Zay Jones is out too for Baltimore, so that's a big loss for them.
Yeah, I'm actually riding with the home team. I'm riding with the Baltimore Ravens. I think this is obviously a good measuring point for them, but the Lions are coming in, and the Ravens are gonna, it's a style. The styles are gonna match. I think the Ravens are gonna commit to trying to run the ball and getting Lamar out the pocket. Obviously, with Aiden Hutchinson running after him, but I believe the weakest part of the Lions team is their secondary. I still believe they should have taken Devon Weatherspoon or Christian Gonzalez over Jameer Gibbs this year. So I think there is room for Lamar to exploit their secondary. I look for a big game from Zay Flowers and from Mark Andrews over the middle. So I'm going to ride with with the Ravens and what's going to essentially come down to a Jared Goff pick.
I mean, we haven't had a Jared Goff pick in a minute, so that would definitely be throwback. Jared Goff is rewriting his whole legacy right now, man, and that's something where this might end up being a trade that works for both sides between them and the Lions and the Rams, man. So that's going to be interesting to see play out. My third must watch game this week is a AFC West matchup between the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on a team we just talked about earlier, I was about to call San Diego, the Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Herbert. Every time these two teams link up, ever since Herbert has come into the league, it's been very entertaining games. Both games last year were entertaining, and I don't think this one's going to be any different. I think this is going to be a game where I have still not been impressed with either of these offenses, especially the Chiefs. We know how Matt Nagy gets down. I think it's going to be a much low scoring game than we've seen before in prior Chiefs Chargers matchups. And I'm actually going to take the Chargers. I think the Chargers will win a very, very close matchup by field goal. Something that, usually when you look at these two teams, it's mainly like more of a 38-34 type matchup. I'm going to go 24-17 Chargers over the Chiefs this week.
I'm gonna go Chiefs. I'm sorry. I'm definitely gonna go Chiefs. I agree. They have definitely been inconsistent so far to start out the season, despite the record. But I think this is one of those games where they can get right. I mean, the Chargers are the Chargers at this point with their coaching staff, with their coaching, the way that they play. So I think they're gonna go out there. I think Pat's gonna have a really good game. And I'll go 24-14 Chiefs.
Yeah, if you were asking me to pick a spread, I would take the Chargers and the points. I believe they're 5.5 point underdogs, but I still like the Chiefs to win. I believe this game is at Arrowhead, and this is the perfect opportunity for Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is listening to us. He's hearing everybody say how Reggie they look throughout. Outside of demolishing the Bears, they haven't really looked like the Chiefs that we've come accustomed to with him under center. Like you said, Scott, they every time they link up, it's a great game. I'm gonna take the Chiefs in a close game. I'm looking at a Harrison Butker field goal. I'm probably looking at 27-24.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be competitive, man. My game of the week, my number one game of the week, is our tribal chief Tua Uso and the Miami Dolphins will be traveling to Philadelphia to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Two former teammates, man, Jalen Hurts and Tua. That's gonna be an interesting little note there. We're gonna just pretend like they're the only ones, not bum ass Mac Jones. This is gonna be a good game because I feel like the defense for the Philadelphia Eagles can cause problems for the Dolphins. They will have their full complement of players back. Everybody's healthy, ready to go. Darius Slay, Carter, everybody will be playing this week. So, but also this is a game where Jalen Hurts, like we said earlier, he's gonna have to put up points because this is exactly what this Miami Dolphins offense does. In order to beat them, you're gonna have to slow the game down. You're gonna have to do what that Buffalo Bills defense did early in the season, which they are much capable of doing. And this, as great as the Dolphins offense is, their defense has a lot that could be a lot more, leaves a lot more to be desired. And I definitely think there'll be plays out to be made. I don't trust this Eagles offense currently to hang in with what the Dolphins can do. I think Tyreek Hill is going to have an amazing game. I think he really has a really good shot. You know what I'm saying? To really to step up and make plays. So I'm gonna go with the Miami Dolphins in this one.
You on mute, G.
You on mute, brother.
Where this game at?
This
It's
in
in Philadelphia.
Philly. It's in Philly Sunday night.
Sunday night in Philadelphia. I'm going Eagles. I'm going Eagles. I like everything I've seen with Tua and the Dolphins, and like you said, this is an opportunity for them to make a statement. But I think Philly does get it done at home. That defense, that defensive front, really puts on. I don't want to say put on a show, but they're gonna really do their thing at home. And so I'm gonna go. I don't think it's gonna be high. I don't think it's gonna be too high scoring. I know it's tough saying that with Miami and the way they put up points. I go 27. Shit, that is high scoring. 27-21 Eagles.
Yeah, I think this has the potential to be a shootout. I know Jalen Carter is back, Lane Johnson is back. So hold on, G. Oh wow, he just robbed Altuve of a double that would have won me some bread. Now I gotta eat now I gotta eat Tostitos for dinner. But we watching it live. You're watching me lose money live. This is the type of experience we're bringing you here at the Barber's Chat Network. But yeah, I love this game. Like I said, this is the game of the week for me. I think Philly gets right. That Dolphins defense can be had, can be got. So I think there's plays for Jalen Hurts to make in the passing game with those wide receivers. Like I said, the Dolphins wide receivers have been allowing number one wide receivers to get off, and thankfully, for the Philadelphia Eagles, they almost have two number one wide receivers with Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, and then you mix in a little Dallas Goedert, DeAndre Swift in the passing game. I like the Eagles in this one, 31-27.
All right, man. We go to our last must-watch game of the week before we move on to our local hour, man. It is a Monday night football game between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. Deebo Samuel and Chris McCaffrey did not practice this week, but are considered day-to-day, so they will be a game-time decision on Sunday. I think it's going to be a real interesting game because of I feel like the what's called the Vikings can still put up points. But I do think this is going to be a game that the defenses, we're going to see the difference between the defenses in this game. And I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers. That's if Debo and Christian McCaffrey play, I'll have them by 10. If one or both sit, this might be a much closer game than it needs to be, but I'm going to go Niners regardless.
Yeah, like you said, another team with a really great defense, and they do have some injuries on offense that we got to really keep an eye on. But I'm gonna go Niners. I'm gonna go Niners by 10 either way. I think it's gonna be Niners by 10.
Yeah, I don't see this game being close at all. We just watched the Chicago Bears defense. The Chicago Bears defense held the Minnesota Vikings in check. But take away what was the final score of that game? 19-16. So they gave
19-16, something like that, yeah.
19-16. So what did the Vikings offense score? 13 points, 12 points. They didn't really do nothing there. Now you got the San Francisco 49ers coming off a loss on Monday Night Football. Regardless, they have more than enough to run it up on the Vikings. Justin Jefferson is out. The boys are going to come ready to play. They're going to make a statement on national TV. I got the Niners. I got the Niners by double digits.